So I finished my meditation today, and lately I've been thinking a lot about happiness. And I really got to the conclusions that I mentioned in the previous videos, talking about the significance of happiness, what truly happiness is, in my opinion, and all these things. But what I wanted to tell you today is how do I actually practically practice happiness and not feeling bad? How do I develop this thing of well being? And many people, also myself, got to a point where we tried them all. I tried them all. I tried going to therapy. I tried doing this. I tried doing sports. I tried money. I tried everything. But actually, nothing really mattered after a while. And I noticed that lately, during this past month, I cannot be suffering anymore. In this past month and a half, since I discovered the last thing that I mentioned in the previous video, I really struggle to feel suffering. Every time that I feel like a bad feeling, something that makes me feel bad, I always end up kind of feeling and seeing that emotion, that fear, that anxiety, that feeling. I feel it in my body, I feel it in my head, I feel it somewhere, but it just stays there. It's not, a part of me. It's just, oh, okay, it's that. Oh, okay, it's depression. Oh, okay, it's anxiety. Oh, okay, it's FOMO. Oh, okay, it's comparing to others. Oh, okay, it's this, it's that, it's that. It's almost like I'm watching a movie with when you go to a 4D type of cinemas and you have those things that touch you. It's like seeing a movie, watching a movie, but with a bit of feedback. Same thing, I have the feedback of that, but I still watch the movie and it doesn't touch me that much. And even if I want to, I really struggle to feel bad lately. And this is because I noticed that no matter how much I try to fix or fixed in the past the mess that I have in my mind, I could never get rid of it because I was still in my mind. Once you understand this, everything will get clear. You are not your mind. Mind is just an accumulation of impressions that you get from when you were young. And so once you notice that actually everything happens in your mind or your body, but mostly it's in your mind, this narrative, this persona you created for yourself, this mask that you have for other people, this past that you had, these memories, the imagination of the future, everything, the meanings, the labels, your friends, your desires, your dreams, your goals, everything is just a thought. Everything is self created. It's not creation, it's my creation. And once I notice that I am responsible for my own creation, it's scary. You will get through a really harsh period, but then you understand you can respond to everything the way you want it. And you can create this drama the way you want it. And you cannot. Why therapy doesn't work for in my opinion? It works if you only have a very clinical problem, but it's still not the ultimate solution because you are there and you try to fix the mess of a garbage bin by still being in the mess. It's very hard. You need to get out of the mess first. You need to get out of the mind. You cannot fix the content of the mind and try to make it good and positive and not negative by staying there. It's like wanting to defeat the dark by just punching the dark or being in the dark. You have to either get out of the dark or bring a light. And you need to get out of that. You need to get out of the mind. How you do it? Meditation. That's what meditation is about. You have many different practices you can try, but the most important thing, even if you do not want to meditate or it's not the answer you wanted, you can, because it's a skill you develop to be able to see your mind, to be the witness of your mind as well, and without judging, be the witness. You, every time that you feel a negative feeling, a negative emotion, a negative thought, you go back to the real creation. You go back to here and now. You go back to feeling the heartbeat, the wind, the air, the breath, something that makes you go out of there, makes you go out of your mind. It's almost like you don't have to avoid using the mind. The mind is an incredible tool, but you need to learn to use it when it's needed and properly. If you keep using it unconsciously, repetitively, compulsively, you get stuck into it, and you don't know anymore when you're using the mind and when you are used by the mind. You get lost in the mind. Also, because when you go to a therapist to try to fix what happens in your mind, you can actually keep going on forever and ever and ever. Your imagination, your memory works so finely that it can keep creating new things, new patterns, new old things that make you stick in the past instead of from here to here with what you have. Work on that. In the previous video, I said this metaphor that I made up, and I think it's quite nice. It's almost like you have to enjoy this little ride in the countryside, but instead of a bike, they gave you a space shuttle. And so you try to get into the space shuttle and press buttons all around, trying to do something, but after a while, you end up forgetting that you are in a space shuttle, that you are in the countryside. You just keep going there, and end up ruining the shuttle and also hitting up on something, and also keep harming yourself. And that's what you do with your mind. You do not you have an incredible tool, an incredible mind, but you are using it against yourself. You learn to, first of all, stop clicking the buttons randomly. Stop making yourself feel bad, harming yourself. Get out there and using the mind when it's needed. Learn to use it properly when it's needed. It's like you are here in the here and now, united with everything, because you're a part of everything. Of course, you are a body, you're a mind, you are a part of everything. You feel different and lonely because you are in your mind. It's almost like you are in this well and going deeper and deeper and deeper. And so you get out of the light, get out of the source, get far from the source. And so you feel lonely. And when you feel lonely, it's the incubation for depression and or other things. If you want to get out of the well, you learn to use meditation. You need to learn to be here and now and get rid of this, coming back and being in the countryside, enjoying and using the tools like the well or the space shuttle or whatever you want to call it when it's needed. They are incredible tools, but not being used by them. That's it. Let me know what you think.